Alright, what's up, everyone? Feels like I announced the giveaway a long time ago, so it's nice that we're finally here. Pardon my fumbling of the camera while I get things set up. Alright. This should work, huh? No? Maybe so? Fortunately, nobody's here yet, so I can tinker with this. Let's see what's up. Nobody's here. Oh, we got some. Alright. Well, regardless, I'm gonna wait. What's up? What's going on, euphoric reptiles? What's up, guys? I'm gonna probably let this roll for a few minutes here while people tune in. Get the camera set up here. I don't know. That's kind of like screwy. I don't like that. Let's do this. We're gonna do this. You're at work. Dang. Milk in the system. That's how you do it. You're working, but you're doing you. That's how it should be. Let's try this. Is this a better spot? I don't know. Is that better? We'll give that a whirl. Oh, I look short now when I'm sitting. Alright, we're going to improvise this. Oh, there's the new cat. So, what was I going to talk about? There's a bunch of stuff I was going to get into. No, I'm just going to do this. So, while we wait for people to show up, I figured I would talk a little bit about what the plan with the art is, and why I'm doing that. I've been doing some photography sessions for quite a long time with a buddy of mine, and it just ended up being a stockpiling of a lot of really awesome prints. What's up, Dan? And didn't really know what to do with them, and we put so much time and effort into getting these really awesome black glass photos taken, tinkering with all of the settings. What's up, Dan? What's up, Ron? What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, my friend Jordan and I, we were doing all these pretty fun photo shoots, but then the prints would just, or the photos would just kind of sit there, and we'd, color correct and make sure they look right, and then we would just nerd out on them, and that was it. And it just felt kind of like a waste. So I started tinkering around with stuff, talking to some friends, and somebody suggested doing maybe a giveaway. And I thought that was a good idea. And then I realized my friend Brian Cusco does a bunch of giveaways, so I started picking his brain. And then it spiraled, and here we are. And once it took off, I started really enjoying the prospect of printing my photographs like this. So I thought this would be a cool way to do a couple things. One would be to put out some cool art for everybody else out there, and two, to kind of see if my photography is worth continuing on pursuing as far as just this level of application. But I'd like to, after this contest and giveaway, start offering a print for sale in regular increments, and each, whatever it is, maybe 2 weeks, there will be a new one released or something like that, so that they will always be available for sale, but every, like, whatever regular interval it is, a new one will be released. And most of them are carpet python prints. There's some crested gecko prints. Did some king snakes. Got a couple shots of my Madagascar giant hognose. And I think we even managed to get something decent of a ball python or two, and a children's python. So it's not all carpet pythons, if that's what everybody's worried about. But yeah, so as I was going through all of the photo submissions, and I was impressed. There were a lot of really good photo submissions. I don't have a huge following, so I didn't expect to get nearly 30 entries into this. So that was really great. So for everybody who shared this and posted it around and encouraged people, I really appreciate that. It's really neat to get people stoked on art. It's just kind of a different way to appreciate these animals that we work with. So um, it actually made it really difficult to just pick the top three Couldn't get that Kribos. Oh, you're right, Ron. No, I do have I do have some photos of my younger female Kribo up in here. She's actually a professional at sitting still most of the time. So those are out there. I will get some. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, see, I have too many prints. I can't even keep track of them all. But I don't think I have you on that. You're never in Arizona. Arizona, yeah. I need to actually get out there. I haven't been out there since I road trip through and broke down a couple of years ago. Um, but yeah, so as I was going through all the photo submissions, I realized there were a lot of really awesome photos, and I don't want people to think it was like only the best quality photos win. I actually wasn't even looking at quality or landscape versus portrait or what. That wasn't my criteria. I just there's a lot of sensationalism and negativity and just sort of off kilter motivations in this community lately, which is inevitable because of the growth. And there are a lot of people out there doing a lot of cool positive stuff. So I thought it'd be great to sort of stimulate people to think about things differently. So, you know, instead of just sharing photos of your snakes or babies hatching, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong, I love that. I do a ton of it. But I wanted to put more of the focus and the highlight on just doing something that elicits a smile from somebody, something positive, changing perceptions, sharing snakes with friends, community outreach, whatever it was. You know, it was pretty wide open for you guys to do whatever was available. That way, if somebody doesn't have the resource to do that, they're not basically isolated or you know, prevented from being able to compete. Anybody can essentially win this. And so as I was going through, and I had to actually ask my girlfriend Rachel for her opinions on some of these photos because I couldn't just narrow it down. The original idea was narrow it down to three. The winner would get the print. The second place person would get a 20% off coupon for future prints, and the third place winner would get a 10% off coupon. Again, going back to the selling these prints thing. And I couldn't narrow it down. I think I got down to like 7 or 8, and then from there I was just like, I don't even know. So there were definitely some really good ones that kind of hit the goal that I had in mind perfectly with, you know, doing a positive thing with snakes. And because there were so many, I can't just pick everyone. And there were some of my friends in there, and I don't want any favoritism perceived by anybody as well. So after realizing there's a lot of people I know involved, a lot of people I didn't know, great photos, and more than I expected, to just keep things fair and make sure everybody gets recognized, we're going to switch it up. So I wanted to at least just mention, looks like I wrote down 4 of the photos that just really struck me for a lot of reasons, but mostly actually because of the backstory and what was going on. April Justine had a great photograph of a nice big old blood python at a summer kids event, and there were kids picking this big old blood up, and they were having a blast, and it was the exact opposite of what stereotypes will tell you for those snakes, and it was really cool because you know those kids remember that. So I thought that one was really awesome. So that one definitely deserved to be recognized regardless. Terry Sheffield had a great one. It was a photo of her holding a ball python going past some kids at a summer program. And that's awesome because we all know kids remember this stuff. Because when they're teenagers in their high school and they're talking about the person who brought the snakes to the school, that's you. So that's, you know, that's why that sort of stuff is very important to me. And this is, again, ties perfectly into what I was thinking of. Michelle Shields posted a really good one of her husband holding a corn snake, and it was a little tiny corn snake. And at first glance, you'd be like, "Oh, somebody holding a corn snake, whatever." But when you read the comments, it talks about how her husband was terrified of snakes. And I can't tell you how many people I've met that were terrified of snakes and were, you know, overcame that by holding a little baby corn snake or a baby ball python, whatever it was. And so that was a very powerful moment because he doesn't look at snakes that way anymore. I guarantee it. And then, not to, you know, drag this on, but there was one more I wanted to mention. Not because there was only 4 that were important, because I only have so much time to do 4. But I wanted to give some recognition to Jamison Sander. He posted a photo of his 8-year-old son with a retic that's bigger than him draped over his shoulder. Now, it wasn't unsafe. It wasn't a massive retic, and obviously him having a photo taken meant somebody else was present. So it was very safe, and if you go look at that photo, I dare you to show me a bigger smile. I dare you to show me a kid with a bigger smile, because it was just like, it was pretty cool. So I loved seeing all of that. I used to do that stuff for a living. I used to do a lot of outreach and education at the zoo before I moved up here. And so that stuff's very near and dear to my heart. But because there were so many of you that submitted these things, I can't sit here and go down this list for everybody. And I don't want to eat up people's Sundays. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it even more fair and unbiased. And I've got all the names in this hat here of everybody who submitted photos, and this way there's no favoritism, so nobody gets worried about me picking my friends or isolating anything like that, because I realized, some of my friends have some good photos as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the 3rd place, the 2nd place, and then the 3rd name I pick will be the person who wins the print here, and I will pay for shipping. The 3 winners, just message me after for the coupons. I'll just keep track of that, but the winner of the print will get in touch for mailing that out. So before we do that, it is my my jungle jag female here, and her name is Samantha, and it's kind of hard to see in this cellophane wrapping because I'm keeping it fresh and clean for you. And it was one of several good photographs of her that we got that sitting. So chances are there will be other photos of her available when we do that. But she was produced by my friend Ryan Dumas of Rad Reptiles. I swear I didn't plan wearing his shirt for this. It was on the top of the clean clothes. I just had to do it. But Ryan, you're the man. Everybody who knows Ryan knows that. Look him up. But yeah, so without further ado, figure we'll just do this. So shake this up a bunch. I mixed these all up, cut them up, and did all that good stuff. And I think I dropped it a few times and spilled it, so it's like extra shuffled. So the winner for the 10% off coupon for prints that I will have available for sale, Eric Laney. And Eric, I know we've talked online about some future snakes, so congratulations, buddy. It sounds like you can also get yourself a nice, cool print, and we can talk about that later on. So yeah, congrats. All right, so the winner for 20% off a future print is Alberto Briseño. What's up, Beto? Hold it down for San Diego, my man. All right, so you're going to get 20% off. Here, I'll show that to you to make sure it's clear. Put that on there so nobody calls me a liar. All right. So those are the two coupons to get future prints. Like I said, we've got a couple different opportunities and subjects that can be handled, and message me and we'll take care of you. And then the idea is I'll get an online store set up, and you can pick them out there or whatever. So, all right. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to pick the final winner for the print. I would drum roll, but I don't have extra hands, so that's just not going to happen. And I don't have drums, nor do I know how to play them. All right, so the winner of the 8x12 metal print of the Jungle Jag, shot on black glass photography by myself, Terry Sheffield. Terry, congratulations. You just won some cool art. So, thank you to everybody who submitted photos and just really went out of their way to create positive experiences for this for this contest, or if you already had those photos already stashed, good on you. Everybody who submitted a photo into this contest, I've got a list of all you guys. So I appreciate every one of you for participating, and I'm gonna keep track of that list. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with it, but I woke up this morning, and something's telling me that all you guys who dropped something in there, I gotta at least give you some props somehow. So whether it be getting some stickers out or something like that, which I don't have yet, we'll do something. But I would like to recognize everybody. So everybody who participated, submitted, awesome. You guys rock. Everybody who went out and made a positive experience just for this, that's even cooler. But that was the whole point. And if you guys liked this giveaway, let me know and comment, message me, whatever, and maybe we'll do some more of these, semi-regularly, because art is good and it's healthy. So, Dan, thanks, buddy. I got your photo, by the way. That was a really good one. That was a good submission. Yeah, there was even some camaraderie in this. We had people helping people post their photos in here for them because they weren't available. Like, that's awesome. You're close. You guys are getting things done. We're growing a community. It's this day and age where everybody can be connected without actually being connected. And one of the things that's hard to do is to make that connection in person. And so snakes are a great bridge for that. I think that's awesome. I can't tell you how many people have come over to my new place here, from friends and stuff. I don't open my doors, and have just had their minds blown from just interacting with one or two snakes. It makes a big difference. So even just one kid smiling from what you guys did is worth it. So I'm getting to the point where I'm rambling now because, believe it or not, I'm getting comfortable with this. So let's look at this shot one more time. There's that beautiful piece of art. And actually, I've got two more that I ordered hung up right here. Oh boy, there we go. So I got a few for myself to try them out, and I think I need more. I've got a big open space on one of my walls that needs to get filled. We're gonna do a lot more, and maybe even take more down the road. So anyway, if you guys like that style of photography and want some prints, let's talk. Anyway, congratulations to the winners. Stay tuned for the online store coming up. Periodically we'll start throwing it up. And for everybody who's tuned in here and subscribing and checking out all of my platforms, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. And we'll talk soon about selling you some prints if you want them. And oh yeah, one more thing. Today is what? Today is Sunday. Whoa, I'm way behind on my calendar. Today is Sunday the 5th. So that means we should have baby Brazilian rainbow boas born in about 13 days here. So in 2 weeks, be prepared for a flood of obnoxious baby worms covered in goo. But yeah, we'll get some prints up, we'll get you guys some art, and appreciate everybody tuning in, hanging out, and participating. All right, guys, have a great Sunday. Cheers.